Hi, we're back cooking with Sharon, and I have a special treat for you all today. I know I don't do a whole lot with beef, but I had a couple people ask and inquire, hey, Sharon, I see you're doing an amazing job with all the vegan dishes and some seafood that you love, but what about the beef eaters? Okay, I got you covered today. I don't do a whole lot of it, like I said, but we're going to try something different today for you all. Hopefully you'll enjoy. And it's pretty simple too. So it's a flat iron steak with a cream mushroom and spinach. And this cut of meat is, I want to say the first or the second. I think it's the second most tender type of meat. So you want to I grabbed actually, I think 3 of them because I knew if I was trying something different, people would want to sample it. So as you see here, the ingredients are pretty simple. We have mushrooms, some fresh spinach, and then a shallot. You all know I've talked about using shallots before. It's a smaller type of onion, but it has more of like a flair or like a little bit of garlicky kind of taste. And then of course I have fresh cloves, garlic cloves, and beef stock, heavy cream, Dijon mustard, and Worcestershire sauce. So let's get started. First, we're going to take our pieces of meat and we're going to season them, well season them. I'm going to take just a little bit of olive oil I have here, and we're going to make sure that they're well seasoned. I have a seasoning blend that I use. We can talk about it a little bit later, but essentially it's probably like 5 or 6 different seasonings. We're just going to season our meat and well season it. Make sure. And then we're going to just put it to the side and let it just sit for a while we make our sauce. Okay, so now the length of time that it takes to make our iron steak really depends on the temperature of how you like to eat beef. Now, I would suggest that we're going to cook this today. We're going to do medium. It's probably best that you don't overcook it. This is a tender cut of meat, so you don't want to have it dried out, meaning not well done. And it's okay if it's a little pink for you all that don't like usually medium or medium rare type of temperature or cooking. It's all good. That's where the flavor comes through. Okay, so we're going to change our mindset a little bit on the eating beef. Trust me, you'll love it. Okay, we're going to put that away off to the side for a moment, and we're going to make our cream sauce. So what I have here is a quarter, a little bit more because I wanted a little bit more sauce. Quarter to half a cup of heavy cream, and we're going to take a half cup of beef stock. Mix that together. This is going to be amazing. And then I have Dijon mustard here. This is just a sauce that we're putting together. I've tried it on a couple different things. About a tablespoon. You all know I don't really measure. I'll have the complete recipe once you all view this recording. But again, it's not measuring to a T. If you want to get all precise with your measurements, then you're not cooking with love. And then we have Worcestershire sauce right here. I'm going to put in probably like a tablespoon. And we're just going to, let me get all this out of here. We're going to whisk it together. And then we'll put it off to the side while we start our other stuff. Okay. So let's get started with, I'm going to take our shallot right here, and we're going to mince it really fine. And just take the ends of the shallot off like this. And we're just going to take that outer layer off. And then this is actually one of the onions I don't mind mincing like really fine. It's easy because you'll see in a moment once we get the skin off, that's probably going to be the hardest part of this, taking the skin off. So this is going to be easy to mince. We'll take it, and this is how I do all of my onions. I just cut it like that, and then you see it's finely minced. And then we get to the end, we can just cut it up. All right, get those knife skills in, tack, and just make it really minced and fine. And you just need a good sharp chef knife to mince. Okay, there we have it. And then we're going to take our garlic cloves that we have here. Take the skin off of these as well. I usually start off by taking off the ends. And you all know the trick, right? If you remember from some of the other stuff that I've shown you, take the flat side of your knife. That'll get you started, and it'll be easier for you to take off the skin just like that. And it'll start the mincing process. So again, we'll take our knife, show you one more time, and just flatten it like that. And the skin comes right off. I've shown you another technique too, by putting it in boiling water, but this just starts the whole mincing process. So and get it as fine as you want. I like it really fine. If you're mincing, that's why you're mincing, to get it really fine. If you don't want to touch the garlic, that's fine. Just take another knife and scrape off the other knife. Okay, so I think this part is good to go. We'll push that off to the side, and we are ready to start. I'm going to take a little bit of, I'm going to take butter. That's why I have it out here. Take our butter, put it in here. I should have had our pan getting hot. While it's getting, it would help if I turned it on, huh? All right. So while we are waiting on our skillet to get really hot for our steaks, I'm just going to continue mincing just a little bit more. It shouldn't take that long because, as you all know, I cook here with gas. If you all are at home and you cook on an electric stove, it may take a little bit longer. I actually love cooking with gas. For me, I mean, I'm used to it, but I like the consistency, how quickly it like evenly cooks. That's one of the reasons why I like it too. It's a little bit quicker. There's nothing wrong with electric. Unfortunately, that's what I have at home. But you all know I don't do a whole lot of cooking at home anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. All right, so we have this. And then as you see over here, we have our mushrooms ready to go. And spinach. You don't have to add spinach, but I figured we need some vegetables, so we need to add that. Okay, so it's getting nice and hot here. And like I said before, we don't want to overcook our flat iron steak. So we'll take it and probably just sear it on two sides. I'm sorry, on both sides, but for about 2 to 3 minutes each. Again, we're not cooking it at this point. We are just searing it. And you want to make sure that you're using something that's not going to scrape up your pan. All right, so while that's searing, I'm going to have to do this in 2 stages, I see. It's all good. I need some bigger pots and pans here. I need to go buy some. But you know, when I get in the store, y'all, I go crazy. I don't know how to control myself sometimes because I see all this new stuff that I want. Okay, so we're good here. You know what will go great with this? I have some broccolini that we're going to pair with this, as well as you could do just a regular fingerling potato, or even some rice, which we're going to do today. So, okay. Yep. Yeah, I may have cooked it. Ooh. All right, so you see right here, we have it nice and brown. I'm going to add in this other one. Hopefully it'll fit. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to take, you want a clean plate, we're going to put it on here. Put it off to the side. Again, this is a thin cut of meat, so it does not need to cook all day long, y'all. This is looking nice. Ooh. And I'm not a huge beef eater, but I'm going to eat this, and this looks great. Okay. So while that is finishing up, being seared, yep, I think that's good. We'll put this off to the side, and we're ready to start on our sauce, our mushrooms. So we're going to use the same skillet, and we'll put in just a little bit more butter. All right, you can use all the flavors that are in here already. That is going to be an added benefit, and we're going to add in our mushrooms. So these are baby Bella mushrooms. We're going to cook these down so they're nice and like a brownish color. And while these are cooking, we're going to add in our garlic and our scallion. Once it cooks down just a little bit more. All right. This is another quick meal. Well, quick if you have everything already prepped. I would say, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes or so. Depending on, like I mentioned in the beginning, the temperature of your beef that you'd like to eat it. So again, let's go over this. So well done is probably going to be about 160 degrees, 65. Medium well, 155 if you have a thermometer at home. Medium, 140, 145, and then rare, about 130. A lot of times if you're eating your steak rare and medium, you're not going to really need a thermometer because it's going to be that pink center in the middle. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in here since I ran out of butter. Let's add in our scallions and garlic. And as you see here, off to the side, I just have a little bit, just for flavor. Just for flavor, it's going to help enhance. I have some brandy. Now, you don't have to go all out and use the best type, but you know, I like quality. So we're going to use some good brandy. And if you don't have brandy at home, that's all good. You could substitute. I don't know if you all know, I'm not a huge like brandy. Y'all know I love vodka. So I don't know all the history of brandy and whiskey, but I do know like brandy is made from grapes. So you're going to have more of a sweeter taste. Whiskey is made from wheat, barley, I believe, distilled that way. So you can actually, like I said, substitute and utilize whiskey. You're just going to have a different taste and a flavor profile. If you don't have either one of those, you could use vodka. Surprisingly, a lot of drinks interchange vodka and whiskey or bourbon sometimes, depending on, I think, a sidecar you can make with vodka. I don't drink that. So again, don't quote me. I'm not an alcohol expert. I just know what I like. And I know if it tastes good, I'm going to drink it. So If you don't have, like I said, this at home, you can substitute. And really, you all, you're not, look, the alcohol is not going to make you drunk. The alcohol with, if you've seen me make the vodka pasta sauce, it's to enhance the flavor of the sauce. It's not a huge amount of alcohol content. Actually, if I wanted to flambe this sauce, I'm not going to do it today, maybe another day. I would actually burn off the alcohol contents. So you're not actually getting the alcohol, you're getting the flavor that's going to go into your sauce. So again, a lot of people, when they hear that, you know, something may have bourbon in it or something may have vodka or cognac or whiskey, it's only to enhance the flavor of the sauce. So that's what we're doing today. Okay, so this is cooking down nicely. We want to get our mushrooms nice and tender. I think we're good with this. Okay, I'm going to move this off to the side. Okay. All right, so as this is cooking, they should, like I told you before, they should be turning a little brown. So the white color from the mushrooms has now turned into this brown, you see, brown color. So, let me get this closer to me. All right, so now we're going to add in, we're going to do the spinach last, because as you know, the spinach, it does not take that long to cook. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Okay, and then I'm going to add in about a third of a cup. A third, a half. Again, we're using it for flavor content. Flavor. Okay. So we're going to cook this down. And actually, as it's cooking down, the content of the alcohol will cook out. So not to fret. Again, we want to get it down to almost hardly any liquid, because then we're going to add in our liquid that we, our mix that we created earlier. Okay. All right. Again, we want to cook it down just somewhat. I'm going to add in just a little bit more salt. I mean, just a little bit more garlic. Okay. Again, this we want to get almost down to hardly any liquid. I'm going to add in some spinach. And you know what, spinach is going to cook down a lot. All right. It's looking really good. You could also, with the spinach, you don't have to mix it into the sauce that, or this base right here. You could add it and just saute it at the end, have it as a side. I'm just putting everything in, trying to make it easy, one dish. Okay, it looks like all of our liquid is almost gone, so I'm going to add in our heavy cream sauce that we made earlier. Looks great. Get all that content out. All right. Now this is cooking nicely. We're going to add back in our pieces of steak. so it can finish cooking to the temperature that you like. But this looks amazing. Let's see. Okay. Let's add back our meat and finish cooking to the desired temp. Okay. Maybe I should, well, I'll make it medium because once it continues cooking, it's going to cook a little bit more once we leave it in here. So, all right. It should simmer for, I'm going to let this simmer and cook down for another 5 minutes or so. Okay. That should be a good temperature. And then I'll get everything ready to plate up. And we'll be ready to go. So again, this is something a little bit different that you all probably aren't used to seeing me make, but we're doing something different. It's all good. Hopefully you enjoy it, and you got to try it out. Let me know how it goes. And if you don't want to do it yourself, of course, we got you covered. We can handle it. I don't know if this is going to go on our menu, but this could be something that is special request for any of your upcoming dinner parties, what have you. I just want to see. Let's see here. Look how tender that is. I'll let it cook a little bit longer because I know the people that will be eating this will want it just a little bit more done. Just a little. I mean, it may be good to your liking. And maybe mine too. But you know what? Art's Catering, we aim to please. So, cook it down just a little bit longer. And there you have it. So, okay. You see how tender that piece of cut is? Looks great. Okay. I think we are ready to plate up. I have prepared, like I said, rice and a little bit of broccoli, but I don't know if we're going to need that. Okay. Oh, yeah. Good to go. And let's see. I don't think oh no, I didn't bring a spoon over here, but and there you have it. We have an iron steak with mushrooms and spinach ready to go. We get a little bit of this sauce. Okay. I hope you enjoyed. As always, thanks for joining us at Cooking with Sharon.